Alright, Rick Wooler came back in this video again. Another of my 20th anniversary Power Ranger Swans. This time we're looking at the Beast Master Megazord from the Jungle Fury line. Sorry, I just had to remember the name there myself. This was never used in show, but toy was released, which I think it looks a really good selection of Zords. So I picked this one up on eBay. No box, but all complete, all 5 Zords. Can't complain. Not bad price. And I actually used this in another fanfic I've done. Probably put a link to it in the description below. If you want to check it out, please do. If you don't, feel free not to. It doesn't matter. Gonna have a quick look at each of these Zords. Start with the blue shark. Opening mouth. Opens really wide. We'll come back to that later. Pivot at the waist. But that's about it for articulation. Lovely sculpt on it. Couple of nice little lines there. As a play feature, you can pop it with an action figure and use it as a sort of shark cannon, which is a good little touch. Screws at the back, but not too obtrusive. Yeah, nice little sculpt on it. Nice paint job. Some poor finishing underneath, but it's underneath. You're not too worried about that. It's alright. Black Puma. I think this is the Puma and that's the Leopard. Could be the other way around. Got movement on the legs. All 4 legs can move. Again, lovely paint job on this fella. The mouth opens. It's actually got a point inside, which I will come back to later. Also has a knob on the top there that'll plug onto the figure's feet, so you can use it once you've folded all the legs up like a giant roller skate, because it's got wheels on the bottom. The white leopard, exactly the same sculpt, exactly the same articulation, exactly the same pin on the top. You've suddenly got 2 that you can roll along, 1 on each foot. We'll leave them transformed because that'll come in later. You've got the purple bat, which, like, nice little thing. Not much to it, but what do you expect? The wings can come off to use as some sort of weapon for an action figure, but that's about all it does. It's a chubby little thing, really, but yeah, it's alright. Does what it does. The back part can raise up here to reveal a face underneath, which again, Megazord-y thing. Come back to that when we need to. Finally, the giant elephant. Back legs articulate. Ears articulate. Trunk articulates. Other than that, big old elephant. Nothing much going on. It's designed so you can actually have a Ranger ride on the top here with its long neck. But if you don't want to show that, just fold the ears back, can't be seen. Which is nice design. But as nice as all of these figures are, as a great paint job that they've all got, it's not about the Zords. Power Rangers, never about the Zords. It's about the Megazord. So we hit the transformation sequence. Start with the elephant, pop its head off, fold its legs down thusly, and that's most of the body and the legs. These back legs seem to just stay there. I've found no other use for them. They will come off if you force them to, but I don't think it's worth it. These that we've previously folded up, pop on either end. There's little pegs here that they slot onto. Easily done. Shark comes apart, as I've already shown you, and its mouth clips into its foot there. So you've got one huge foot. This part pops up here, clips on there. Fold the ears back, fold that back. 2 large feet, pretty flat feet, and pretty much without any kind of foot part. Head pops on like that, revealing the face. And there we have the complete Megazord. For a weapon, pop the white leopard's mouth open, slot in the sword. That was moments before the shark's tail. Now, I can never decide whether it's best to have the trunk down or not. I think it adds a bit more stability if you have it out like that. Because as I said, there's no big protuberances to actually help it stand up. That's probably the best you're going to get. Articulation wise, legs can move forwards and backwards. Arms can go up and down. Head can turn. But yeah, it's not the most articulated thing. But it's done a good amount of articulation. It's better than a lot of the Megazords that I remember from growing up. And I personally think it looks really, really cool. So yeah, I've got a lot of time for this one. You can pick up cheap on eBay, do so. Oh, another little feature of it. If I can remember how you pop this down. Oops, dropped the sword, but that's okay. This front part can come off. And you slot in a Power Rangers figure. And you actually can put them in there and have them ride within the Megazord. Like it's a giant carrier exosuit or something. Which I like. It does make the Zord sort of hollow and seem a bit flimsy because of it. But it actually works as a nice little action feature. And doesn't take away from its display value when it's on your shelf. If you can pick it up cheap on eBay like I did, do so. Really love this Zord. Really love this Megazord. Nice looking combination. I like the fact that the sword's actually part of the shark normally. It's a lovely little built-in link. Everything you need is already built into the Zord. No worries about where do we store the weapons when they're in the individual modes. It's all been thought out, which I like. It's a really nice design. I've got a lot of time for it. Jungle Fury, not my favourite series. A long way from my favourite series. One of my least, in fact. But it produced this awesome toy, and for that, I love it. So, until next time, see you then.